Hey, this is Nat, and we're off our couch in Gainesville, Florida, about 70 miles southwest of Jacksonville and 110 miles north of Orlando, at another beautiful and wondrous place to explore here in Gainesville, Kanapaha Botanical Gardens. Kanapaha Botanical Gardens is 68 acres of lush, visually striking plants and flowers divided over 24 collections. During our walk through the gardens, we'll see the largest public display of bamboo in the state, the largest herb garden in the southeast, and some extremely hungry koi too. We have quite a bit more to explore here in Gainesville as well. So if this is your first time joining us off the couch, please subscribe, keep getting off the couch with us as we explore more activities in Gainesville. And we still have lots more to explore throughout Florida and even other destinations. Let's get started with this exploration though. Normally I start with discounts because our goal is to save you time and money and pass on as many helpful tips as possible. There are no normal admittance discounts though at Kanapaha Botanical Gardens. So adults pay $10 to enter currently, and children ages 5 to 13 are $5. Under 5 is free. Annual memberships are available, which provide unlimited visits to the gardens, as well as discounts to other gardens and museums. And there are some reciprocal agreements with other garden memberships that will save you half off membership here at Kanapaha Botanical Gardens. And I'll include the website link in the description box for the details. Within the lobby, there's a few interesting objects to look at, including the largest seed of any plant, Coco de Mer. That is one humongous seed. And this is also where you pick up food to feed the koi. If you need change, you can get that from the desk where you purchase your tickets. This is also where you pick up your map. The map shows the gardens that are divided into two parts, the East Gardens and the West Gardens. We have quite a bit of ground to cover, so let's get started, and we'll start by taking a walk through the West Gardens. The first garden that we approach is the Azalea Camelia garden. The map states that you'll see the most color in the gardens from June to September. We are here in August, so we're expecting to see a lot of color today. In this garden, most of the color is coming from the camellias. Azaleas bloom in the spring in the northern hemisphere, so we miss seeing that. We'll keep walking the paved walkway and head to the water garden now. It's a small bridge, but still very stately and very, very beautiful. And here is the rose garden. Not a lot of color, still some color and some roses present. What's wonderful about gardens, in my opinion, is the life, movement, and activity that gardens bring. The dragonflies, for example, they are really moving about the rose garden here. Also, there are cozy gazebos throughout the gardens, so you can take a break and just relax in any of these gardens. There are picnic tables also. Picnics are welcome. Outside food and drinks are welcome. And you'll definitely want cold water if you're here when it's hot. There's a lot of walking involved here, and you'll want bug spray and sun protection too. Now, this is the children's garden. This may be the perfect garden to take a break and have lunch or a snack if you're traveling to the gardens with kids. You see there's a cute playground for ages 10 and under, and just really nice scenery. This lake is just so cute and peaceful too. The flowers are simply gorgeous. And here's an invitation to try something new, a plant that moves, the bashful briar. At first I thought the trick was to move your hand slightly over the actual flower, but it's the foliage. That's what the sign says too. I'm blaming my lack of reading comprehension on the heat. Anyways, London is showing the kids and I how it's done. He used to play with these as a kid in Hawaii. This is my first time seeing these plants though, I'm pretty sure. Most definitely my first time experiencing them. This is so cool, and what's extra cool, the botanical garden gives out free seeds of this plant. So we picked up ours and we're going to try our hands at growing some bashful briar. Wish us luck. If we have success, we'll keep you all posted on our Instagram feed. So follow us on Instagram, please. Hopefully we have some good news to post about our own bashful briar patch. There's so much to look at around this children's garden. So far, this is my favorite garden. As we go around, I want to know your favorite garden. Tell us in the comments too, please. We just came across this snowflake plant, and London is noticing there are fish in this planter. Itty bitty fish. How cool. And there's a huge chessboard over here too. How cool is that? I love looking at these and taking pictures. Not playing. I don't know how to play chess. London is challenging my daughter to a friendly and oversized game of chess though. This is fun. Let's keep going though. We still have much more to cover, including the main reason why I want to come to Kanapaha Botanical Gardens and during this time of the year. That's to see the giant Victoria water lilies. These are only here during the hot summer months, and the Victoria water lilies, there are 3 species of these lilies, and these are the largest water lilies in the world. They grow 6 feet or more in diameter. I love traveling and getting around the different places because we come across so many fascinating facts, and I share those on Instagram too. Every Monday, we share a Did You Know fact, so if you find that type of thing interesting, again, another reason to follow us on Instagram. Now, I'm sure you've noticed there are beautiful koi also in this water, and we did buy our koi food right after we purchased our tickets in the lobby. So the kids are serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Food is just being thrown in the water like crazy. And these koi are aggressive. They're acting like they haven't eaten breakfast, lunch, or dinner. They're acting like they haven't eaten nothing all day. It's definitely entertaining to watch. And to make it more exciting, a turtle just showed up trying to eat too. The poor turtle, though, is incredibly outnumbered and doesn't really seem to have the high-level hustle mentality that the koi have. The turtle is really being outworked, but we're rooting for the turtle and throwing food directly in their direction. And it worked. The turtle's getting to eat some too. Yay! The water is also on the other side of the bridge too, and it's much calmer over here. And there are less giant Victoria water lilies, and they're farther off. They're closer to the back. I can enjoy this scene all day, but as I already said before, we have a lot more to cover, and we're out of fish food, and the koi are chasing us down, so it seems we need to keep moving on. We'll walk past the banana plants to get to our next garden, but actually we're going to take a brief stop and take a closer look at the banana plants, since we're actually growing the dwarf variety in our backyard right now, and have yet to see a fruit, an actual banana, and it's been a little over a year now, so we have to stop and check out an actual fruit-bearing banana plant. Moving on now though to the pepper garden. This is just beyond beautiful in my opinion. This flower is just gorgeous. Let's take a closer look. This is a purple passion flower growing right here in the pepper garden. And the butterfly garden is right behind us. Every full-scale garden has to have a butterfly garden, it seems. We're not seeing any butterflies as we walk through the butterfly garden. Lots of bees though. The bees are out and about doing their very important work. Let's go ahead and round the bend to the Arboretum, a collection of trees and shrubs. Many of these are rare and unusual, not seen in this region. Speaking of the trees, we've seen many other plants and shrubs identified within this garden. I also really like how they mark the trees too. Beside the Arboretum is the bulb garden. And here are the butterflies. No wonder the butterfly garden is empty. They're over here for some reason. We knew there were butterflies here because before we even got out of the car, butterflies were all over the parking lot. So I guess they just go wherever they want to go because they're butterflies and they're beautiful and they do what they want to do. I get it. Okay, so let's go ahead and move to the bulb garden. I'm going to walk where the action is, where I see the color that is. Just beautiful, and more beauty is budding. Our last garden here on the west side of the gardens is the Conifer Garden. Really interesting facts about conifers on this sign. Half of conifers live in the subtropics, even though conifers are normally associated with northern climates. We're going to take just a quick look at this garden. London already ventured in some and reported that the largest orb weave spiders he's ever seen live in this garden. That's a sign for us to head to the east side of the gardens now. The east side of the gardens is back by the entrance, so you can use the restrooms or cool off if it's too hot outside like today. They also have rocking chairs outside on the patio and fans, so you can take a break here, still be able to enjoy the gardens and still cool off a bit. Our break is over. Back to the sweltering heat, back to the gardens, and on to the labyrinth for a winding walk. There's a pavilion next to the labyrinth. And let's go check out a garden now. This is the Bromeliad garden. And here we are walking now on a cute pathway through the Vinery. We are in the ginger garden now. And now we find ourselves on the native Woodlands trail. While walking the native Woodlands trail, it gives me time to reflect, and I must admit, if I did this visit all over again, I would start on this side, the east side of the gardens. Because all of the engaging, fun stuff, except for the labyrinth, activities that kids would enjoy, that's all on the west side. So my kids are done at this point. Plus it's August and blazing hot outside. So just want to share that insight if you're coming with kids in case it is helpful. Anyways, while walking the nature woodland trail in the East Gardens, we'll come across sinkholes. There are two smaller sinkhole formations at the gardens and a larger sinkhole. We can view the sinkhole via the sinkhole overlook too. We were at Devil's Millhopper Geological State Park a few videos back, which is also a sinkhole and even bigger, way bigger sinkhole than this. And that's also in Gainesville, so it's pretty cool to see another example of this. Across from the Overlook is the largest herb garden in the southeast. And crossing the bridge will take us to the Bamboo Garden, the largest public collection of bamboo in Florida. Makes me wonder who's the private collector and how big is that collection? I mean, this collection is impressive already. This is a really, really beautiful walk through the Bamboo Gardens as well. I'm loving this garden, definitely one of my favorites. And don't forget to jot down your favorite or favorites in the comments too, please. We would love to read that and see which gardens that you all enjoyed. Here's a look at the peaceful Woodland Garden. And look at these, wow, so cool looking. Right outside the Woodland Gardens are the biggest elephant ears we've ever seen. I'm using my hand as a comparison. And we're walking through the tropical Aroid Gardens now. And this is the Hummingbird Garden. I love hummingbirds. We all love hummingbirds. So we're on the lookout for hummingbirds now. But how beautiful are these flowers though? And these flowers. How lovely is this garden? I mean, every time I think I can pick a favorite, I see another beautiful garden. This is the Rock Garden. Oh, I wish I could have something like this in my yard. Wow. Now, once we walk out of the Rock Garden, we can actually see the lake from here, Lake Kanapaha. This is where the garden derives its name from. The name Kanapaha comes from two native Timucua words that mean palmetto leaves and house. And those two words refer to the thatched dwellings the Timucua built along the shorelines of this lake. From here, we are nearly done. We just have the fern cobble to check out and archaic plant group. And then we can check out the palm hammock from there. And finally, the cycad garden, plants that were dominant 300 million years ago when dinosaurs roamed the earth. And that is it. We have made it through both the West and East Gardens. except for the spring flower garden. That was the only garden on the map that we didn't see. It should have been around the hummingbird garden and the Aroid garden, but did not see a sign for that. Still though, we want to hear your favorite. Our favorite was definitely the giant Victoria water lilies and the koi with their ferocious appetites. Also the children's garden, the beautiful briar patch, the butterflies, the rock garden. Too many favorites to name. A hot day, but absolutely beautiful day here at Kanapaha Botanical Gardens. Along with your favorites, tell us your thoughts. Do you have a visit to these gardens planned, or have you already been? And what time of the year have you visited, or are you planning on visiting? If you found this video helpful with your plans, if you liked this video, please hit the thumbs up button. And to have travel tips, anecdotes, and inspiration delivered directly to your inbox, sign up for our newsletter at our website, offourcouch.com. The newsletter will start coming out the end of September, and the sign up link is also in the description box. Next video, another adventure is coming from Gainesville, multiple adventures actually, as we talk about a list of cool things to do and enjoy here in Gainesville. That's Saturday. We're off our couch each and every Saturday. So if you've yet to subscribe please, and join us off the couch as we explore some more of what Gainesville has to offer. Thanks so much for hanging out with us here and strolling the gardens of Kanapaha Botanical Gardens. Thank you for all of the likes, comments, shares. Thanks for joining us off the couch each and every week and making these adventures possible. Until next week, click on the video to see another one of our experiences. Thanks for watching.